thing to know about cats is that you really shouldn't give up.
Just in time for the holidays,
it's only 5% of cats that are ever reunited with their owners.
A pet that was lost is found.
It's just a really big earth, and you're looking for this little cat.
Here's a story with a happy ending.
Very, very happy ending for me. So, very blessed.
A family looking for a lost cat finds a neighbor ready to help.
A little bit of dedication and you can save somebody's family pet.
A New Hope woman is happy to have her cat named Fitz back at home. She met up with our photojournalist Adam Jukola to tell a story that had a few surprising twists.
I was terrified. I've never lost a pet before.
Lori Hackett still remembers how she felt when her cat named Fitz accidentally got out of the house in November.
Devastated immediately. It was nighttime and just realized very quickly you're basically looking for a needle in a haystack and trying to find him.
She put signs up and started scouring her neighborhood.
It was just trying not to lose hope as we continued looking for him.
And that's when a neighbor saw her flyer and reached out.
That was still, recent enough that I wanted to get on it right away.
Erin, who asked us not to disclose her last name, is passionate about cat rescue.
A lot of people picked up a COVID hobby, and mine was rescuing cats.
Erin looks for tracks in the snow and also uses traps filled with straw.
If you have a lost cat, you're going to want one of these.
You just need to get in the mind of your cat. What triggers them? Where do they go?
Lost cat expert Mary Tan with the Animal Humane Society says only 5% of lost cats are ever found.
The first thing you should do is most cats, when they are found, if they're an indoor cat, they usually tend to only be found like 3 houses away. Pretty close, because they're going to be scared.
Tan says you should get the word out about your missing cat.
It's going to be calling your local police departments. It's going to be flyering everything. And your number one resource is probably going to be Nextdoor. Nextdoor probably has one of the highest unification rates for animals.
Knock on every door in a 1 to 2 block radius. Show them a picture of your cat, give them your phone number, and say, if you see this cat, call me.
And that's what worked in this case. Another neighbor tipped Lori off that Fitz was under a shed, so Erin went out with her trap and caught him.
When we caught Fitz, we were just telling them we needed this win so bad. So a little bit of dedication and you can save somebody's family pet.
It was such a blessing. Her expertise and just giving me that hope to hang in there, knowing that, there's still a really good chance that we could find him. It was everything to me. It's what kept me going, to be honest.
We helped save a cat. We helped make the family happy for the holidays. It's very rewarding.
As we dug into this story, we were amazed at the passion and the advice that comes along with cat rescue. Here's more from the Animal Humane Society's Mary Tan on where to look for your cat.
If your cat is scared and climbs under the bed, chances are when it is outdoors and lost, it's going to stay low to the ground. It's going to hide under decks. It's going to hide under porches. You need to look low. On the contrary, though, if your cat is a climber, you're going to have to look up. And that is a general foolproof. Animals always instinctively do the same thing when they're fearful. And for a lot of cats, especially indoor cats, are going to be very scared when they get outside.
Another piece of advice regarding finding a missing cat is to have your cat microchipped. But know that the microchip is not a GPS. It lets the person who found the pet know the name and phone number of the owner, which is why it is important to keep that phone number updated. Tan says often lost cats have a microchip with a disconnected phone number on them, which means that microchip is useless. Now that we've talked cats, this newscast is going to go to the dogs. AAA says this will be the 3rd busiest holiday travel season since it began tracking data more than 20 years ago. As millions of people will fly or hit the road, their pets will stay behind. Corey Bork introduces us to a place in Golden Valley that's very busy this time of year with pets.
It's one of the busiest travel times of the year with congested roads and packed airports. But in Golden Valley, for these pets, it's also one of the most playful.
So here is one of our playrooms.
Welcome to Dogtopia, a daycare and boarding facility. Here, the pets can relax.
This is Apollo! He's so great. We love him so much.
With friendly faces like Reese Smith, taking care of them.
Being able to go into the room and having all the dogs like jump on you and seeing their tails wagging is it makes me really happy.
While their owners are busy traveling, their pets are having their very own staycation.
We're looking at probably like 100 dogs or something for Christmas. It's going to be busy.
Owner Ryan Mulbauer says dog boardings go up 70% for the holidays.
You know, we do have an influx of a lot of new dogs coming in, so making sure that those dogs are feeling comfortable and playing well with the others. So that's our main focus during this time, that's for sure.
Dogtopia makes sure pets are comfortable in their new environment before they can stay any length of time.
We divide not only by size, but also age and understanding of social cues.
And yes, just like a resort, Dogtopia offers spa services. For the pooch, of course.
Here there's just so much activity and play for them.
For pet owners, it also provides added peace of mind during the holidays.
It's amazing to be able to leave and go on vacation for holidays, but obviously Ayla's part of our family, and so we always want to make sure that we have somewhere really good and safe and fun for her, so it's kind of like a vacation for her as well.
In Golden Valley,
we'll definitely take good care of them and make sure they feel whole and jolly. That's right.
Corey Bork, CCX News.
Dogtopia has expanded quickly, recently becoming the largest dog daycare franchise in the country. And finally, on the topic of pets, a new pet clinic is planned in Maple Grove. Veterinarian Partners is proposing a new facility called Maple Grove Pet Hospital. It will be built on existing parking spaces to the east of the former AMC movie theater, now Floor and Decor. The Maple Grove City Council approved plans for a 5,400 square foot building earlier this week.
The Wayzata boys hockey team moved into the #1 spot in the Class AA rankings a week ago. After tying defending state champ Andover last weekend, the Trojans faced another overtime battle when they met Eden Prairie Wednesday. The top-ranked Wayzata boys hockey team with a 5-0-1 record coming into their Lake Conference opener against Eden Prairie. Wayzata gets on the board as defenseman Hawk Huff sneaks the shot through traffic for a power play goal. It's 1-0 Trojans 9.5 minutes in. 4 minutes later, Alex Hall avoids the check and sets up Mason Moe for EP. The game is all knotted up 1-1 after the opening period. It stays that way despite 3 chances here for Wayzata. The first 2 are saved, and then Luke Miller's shot hits the pipe. The game eventually goes to overtime, still tied at 1. In OT, Britton Alstead sets up Brooks Gangler, and he buries it for the game winner. Wayzata stays unbeaten with a 2-1 overtime win over Eden Prairie. The Park Center boys basketball team is off to another great start after a superb season last winter that culminated in a championship. The Pirates are excelling despite the loss of a teammate, too. The Park Center boys basketball team won its first ever state title last season, capturing the Class 4A crown. With a mostly new team this winter, they won't rest on the defending champ label.
Yeah, we like to remind the team that last year's team is done, so we got to make our own future, do what we can do.
Yeah, last year, and it's a whole new team, whole new season, so we kind of get that out of our mind and kind of just take it as teams aren't going to take us lightly, so just come out every game the same way.
We lost, 7 seniors last year, 8 seniors really. So a whole bunch of contributing players to last year's state championship. New season altogether. So yeah, we've kind of moved past 2022 as great as it was.
Despite a lot of new faces in the lineup, things have gelled pretty fast for the top-ranked Pirates. They're off to a 5-0 start, including a win over second-ranked Lakeville North Saturday.
I think we're doing really good, playing really unselfish and just having a fun time and not taking any opponent lightly, so that's been going well.
I think we started off, we're doing pretty good. The main thing is during practice, we try to focus and lock in on our next opponent, not look too far ahead.
A group of alumni who are playing in college now stopped out to give the Pirates some great competition in practice this week. Another past teammate is never far from the current players' minds. Sioko Siku was killed before the season. The guys are leaning on each other to help cope.
But being around each other, we all love them, so that also brings us all together. Being around each other is really good for us.
Before the season, we all had to talk with each other, let everybody know that we're here for each other if anybody needs anything. And it's good that we know that we all love each other, we can trust each other.
The best thing for them is for them to be together. That's kind of what has gotten us through.
The Pirates game against Holy Family that was supposed to have been played Wednesday was postponed to January due to the snowstorm. They will next be in action January 4th at home against St. Louis Park in a game you can see live on CCX1 and online at ccxmedia.org. Prior to that Park Center game early in the new year, we'll have some full game hockey coverage for you in the week ahead on CCX Sports. First, it's a Northwest Suburban Conference boys hockey matchup Tuesday night as Armstrong Cooper hosts Elk River at New Hope Arena. The host Wings are off to a 6-2 start this season. Then Thursday night, the 29th, we'll be back at New Hope Arena for opening round coverage at the Armstrong Cooper Holiday Classic Girls Tournament. Osseo Park Center meets Two Rivers at 5 o'clock that night, with host Armstrong Cooper meeting Bemidji at approximately 7:15. All three of those games will be live on TV and online at ccxmedia.org. That's it for sports. Happy holidays from the CCX Sports staff.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.